good morning and welcome to Away We Go. This is your host Dan Vasquez,
And Lena.
and we are so happy that you're joining us today. Listen, if you're looking for a great place for vacation, a destination, and not too expensive, you want to stay here, tune in for the next 25 to 30 minutes as we discover the amazing country of Central America, the country of Honduras. So, Lena, this is not in South America, as a lot of people think. It's in Central America. So why don't we go into our PowerPoint and check out what our flag looks like. And so this is the flag, is the blue and white stripes with 5 stars that this flag was adopted in March 7 of 1866 and is based out of the Federal Republic of Central America. As you know, there is a union between the countries of Central America, which includes Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. And all of them represent each star of the country, are the 5 members of this alliance. So that's what the 5 stars of Honduras is like. And I have had the opportunity, Lena, to visit Honduras. And it's a beautiful, warm, hot country as far as temperature and humidity, because Honduras is connected to not only the Caribbean Sea but also the Pacific. So you can access both sides of the country from one side. So even though in the Pacific you only get a little bit of the Pacific, but you still get a lot, and most of it is on the Caribbean Sea. Let's go into Google Earth and let's take a trip and find out where exactly in the world is this country. So here we are in the continent of America. This is where we live. This is where you live. This is where most of our audience is watching from, Columbus, Ohio. So there are easy routes to get to Honduras. If you're flying through Delta, you can go from Columbus to Atlanta in an hour flight, and then from Atlanta to Tegucigalpa, which is a 2.5-hour flight straight into the capital. So we're looking right here where Honduras is. Lena, what countries are around the nation? Yes.
Nicaragua, Guatemala.
And that's it.
That's it, right?
That's it. Just three nations. So right here we're looking at the screen what Honduras is like. We have some great friends. Actually heard from them earlier this week because of the hurricane Eta that hit hard there, and all of the north part that you see on the northern part is getting flooded by the storm. But I've had the opportunity to go into Tegucigalpa, which is the capital, which is right here in the center. And this is a very interesting city because, as you can tell in the Google Earth, it's surrounded by mountains. So there is not a whole lot of flat lands. So when you're landing into Tegucigalpa, the pilot always says, buckle up your seatbelts. And as most people know, the runway for the airport in Tegucigalpa is a lot shorter than most runways in America. So they said, we're going to have to brake fast. And I mean, you really feel it. The moment it touches ground, you are pushed, and the seatbelts come very handy at that time. But let's look in Google Earth and let's look at 3D to see the mountains. And you can see where the airport is located at. And, well, we're looking right here. So it's very different because, you know, the mountains surrounding. And literally, when you're taking off, leaving from Tegucigalpa, here is the mountain, and the plane goes just above the mountain. It feels like you're going to hit it.
But that's scary when you're in the plane and you know the runway is so short.
I know.
I don't like that.
Have you ever had a crazy experience in airplanes?
Only a little.
Just turbulence.
But never something like that.
Yeah, turbulence keeps it fun. It keeps you awake. Now, the only thing with the clue with airplanes is if you see the people working in the planes nervous, if you see them calm, everything is good. But if you see them nervous, you gotta get nervous too.
Yes.
I remember I was flying into Amsterdam, and we were crossing the Atlantic, and everyone was screaming, even the flight attendants. And we were jumping like there's a video going on right now about the Spirit flight and the plane jumping on social media. Well, it was just like that. Anyway, so we're back to Guatemala. This is the capital. let's go through some quick facts. Lena, give us some quick facts about um, Honduras. Let's go to our PowerPoint and check it out. Quick facts about Honduras in today's shows.
And as you said, it's located in Central America. The capital is
Tegucigalpa.
There we go. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Tegucigalpa.
They only have a population of 9 million.
Less than the state of Ohio. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the whole country. Now the country is bigger than the state of Ohio, maybe twice the size, but less than the population.
The official language is
Espanol.
but you know how to pronounce.
Yes, that was easy.
Then $1 is
Lempiras. The lempiras.
sounds
So it's like pesos, but they use the lempiras. And it's a good exchange rate for us. I mean, you can have a meal for $2, a really good meal with a drink and everything. So the exchange is really handy. I think I have some money left. I didn't bring it with me today, but I have some left.
good. So if you travel to Honduras, you can get more for your money.
You can get a lot more for your money. Yeah.
So that's good to know.
For US dollars and especially
Yes.
for Europeans.
Yeah.
The euro will be, well, the euro, it might be up to €1 to 30 lempiras.
Maybe.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It's
So you will find a lot of Europeans also in Central America
probably.
taking advantage of that. So,
So the president is Juan Orlando Hernandez,
uh-huh.
and they have wet and dry seasons.
Yes.
Yes. Those were all
All
the
right.
quick facts.
That was the quick facts about Honduras. And great. Let's go back and look at a little bit about the center of Honduras. There is the lake, and we're looking at what the city looks like. Let me go closer. And this is different things. This is Parque El Soldado right here. Let's look in there and see what we can see from a Parque El Soldado. We might not have the... Well, we can do the 2D. So you see a little bit of organization when the streets were built. Right here you see straight lines in the capital.
But
You
it
know-
reminds me of like Spain.
Yeah.
They have also those.
Right, when you look at it from the aerial view, that's what
Yeah.
you see, right?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It is.
And then now this looks like a nice neighborhood, and this is another type of neighborhood, a little more rougher, and it looks like lower class neighborhood. But you can see the size of the houses, which are not very big. Their square footage is maybe 500, 700 square feet in average for each house, and that's where people live in. You know, I was in Honduras where I first saw houses made out of mud.
Really?
So I'll show you the area where the squatters came take over and build houses out of mud. So it is not a very wealthy country. It's a third world country, and so people do struggle. It's probably in Central America. It's a toss between Nicaragua and Honduras about the poorest country. It is much better than Guatemala, so a lot of Hondurans move to Guatemala to go to work. But the average income a year is $450. So $450 is the annual average income for a person in Honduras. Think about that. That's not very much.
Like here, you can't live with
No, you couldn't live a week with it. Well, hardly a week. So Honduras has a lot of green. Yep, here's the capital. There are several main cities, or the most famous cities, which is Tegucigalpa. And then up here on the north, we have San Pedro Sula. San Pedro Sula, which I've had also been here. It's a really cool city. It's smaller, but it's very well populated. And of course, I'm a huge soccer fan, so Mexico has come played in here. And Honduras has a great soccer team. They're very tough. They're good at playing.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know that there's a large population of Honduras here in Columbus?
This?
Yeah. There's
didn't know that.
thousands of people. I don't know if you were in America when there was the caravans, and there were groups of people up to 15,000 people at a time walking all the way from Honduras all the way to the U.S. and
No.
they made it.
They
So
made
that was
it.
what, a couple of years ago, wasn't it? I think it was a couple of years ago where that was going on. So a lot of Hondurans found home here in Columbus, Ohio, and actually have some Honduran friends.
In the north, where it's cold.
Yes, in the northwest cold, which is nothing like the weather here.
Yes, I don't even like the cold here. And I'm from Germany, where it's cold.
And you're from
too.
there, yeah, I know.
How can they adapt to that?
I know, that's crazy. Honduras only gets 2 seasons of weather, which is the wet and dry season. So it's tropical most of the year, and it's only dry, and then rainy season. I think right now is the rainy season. Let's look at the culture. Oh, well, no, let's look at the entry requirements. You got that.
Yes.
What do we need to get there?
So U.S. citizens only need a passport to enter the country.
That's
no
good.
visa.
No visa.
So look, it's cheaper than to go there, and you only need a passport. Sounds
So-
good, right?
The question is always comes: is it safe? Is it safe?
Is it safe? You've been there. What do you
It's
say?
safe. It's safe in some places. It's not very safe in some places. I would say the capital is safe because it's a major city, but you have to be careful with your wallet. Don't bring your wallet. Don't show your phone. Do not show your phone. I actually got my phone stolen in Honduras, but I got it back.
How did you get it back?
I don't know how. I was in the north, in a smaller place, and I was doing a program at a school. So I'm at this school playing with kids during recess, and this kid comes to me. He's like, "I know who has your phone. I'll take you there." And he took me over to this guy's house, and I offered him $40, and he gave me. It was a lot of money for him. He couldn't do nothing with the phone. Nobody else had an iPhone over there, so he couldn't do nothing with it. And he was happy to get rid of it, and he was happy that I wasn't calling the police. So we made an exchange. He got $40, and I got my phone back. Because I got everything there. I got my airplane tickets, I had my credit cards, I had everything there. So I got it back. So thank you, Honduras, for giving me my phone back.
At least you got it back, right?
Yes,
And $40 for an iPhone is not a lot.
it's not.
So
No, especially that phone was worth about $1,500.
yeah.
Anyway, so we're looking right here in San Pedro Sula. Let's see if we got a 3D view of what San Pedro Sula looks like. It's very similar to a lot of Central American cities. What it looks like, and if you live there, you would think, how do you find your house, right? But now people recognize the houses and recognizes where they need to go.
Probably. But it looks confusing, at least to me.
It does.
It looks all the same.
So let's look at a school here. Let's see if we can get any pictures from an actual school. And then we'll go into the culture. Okay, so here is a school. Escuela Primaria San Jose. Well, we can see the Google Earth is a little bit weird. But anyway, so we're just flying over San Pedro Sula. Let's talk about the culture. Let's go to our PowerPoint and look at the culture for Honduras.
So they have ancient ruins. It's the Mayan city of Copan, which was one of the biggest cities during the Mayan classic period.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have specific music. So sounds of salsa and cumbia are common styles to listen to.
Cumbia.
Yeah.
That's a cumbia beat. So let me go back to the city of Copan. So the main city in Mexico is Chichen Itza, which is the capital of the Mayan Empire. In Guatemala, we have Tikal. And in Honduras, we have Copan, which is the biggest ancient city with lots of ruins. And I mean, there have actually been Hollywood movies that have been made in these places. And, like Star Wars or like Steven Spielberg, or something like that, was also made in these ancient cities. So it's really cool. I'm gonna see if I can find it. You keep on talking about the culture, and I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of Copan.
So let's go back to our PowerPoint. And let's talk about sports. You already said it. Soccer is the only real sport played in Honduras.
Yes.
I didn't know that they also have like soccer.
Oh, soccer! They're a huge soccer fan, and they're great soccer players. So we're looking right here at the Copan ruins in Google Earth. If we can get there, let me zoom in, and then I will take you and show you some pictures of Copan. We're looking right here, and look at the picture right here on the screen. So this is what the Mayan ruins look like. Beautiful places, and and these are like 200 to 300, 400, 500, even 700 years old. So this is what you see in Copan, which are very similar, same designs in Mexico, Guatemala, which is all that Mesopotamia kingdom of years ago. So this is the little town that gets you before into the ruins. And look at that architecture. That's cool, huh?
Yes, it is. It's probably different than Europe.
It is. Or anywhere else.
Yeah.
Anywhere else. I mean, when you look at that, the story says that in the villages with the Indians, they will sacrifice one person a year. They will find the prettiest girl in the village, and they will rip up her chest, pull out the heart, and offer it in these altars as a gift to God, so that the God could give them rain and sun to be able to produce the crop. Now, that's what some people say. The Aztecs did that, but the Mayans did it. Okay. The Mayans would sacrifice leopards or tigers. They would sacrifice more animals than people. The Aztecs were a little bit more aggressive, which I have a little Aztec in me.
Oh.
I'm not killing people though. And
that's good to know.
Yeah. And they would do this kind of stuff. So anyway, but this is the Mayan. So there's a difference between the Mayan and one thing that I discovered when I was in Peru, amazing thing, that during the time of the Aztecs, during the time of the Mayans, and during the time of the Incas, they actually traveled. I don't know how in the world, but they will travel thousands of mile distance, and they will do exchange between them, which is incredible.
That's incredible. Like,
yeah.
Really.
Now this one's been restored. That's a new one. That's not an old one. But you have a lot of animals in Honduras. Look at that. That's a beautiful parrot.
Yeah, so cute.
So. Well, let's go back to our PowerPoint and let's look at the culture. So we talk about soccer. Soccer is huge. It's called football, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the people.
The people. They have street festivals and carnivals that are a common aspect of life there. And they have a large Palestinian community.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's very crazy. And they also have small Chinese and African communities.
Wow.
Did you know that?
Well, I knew that there were Africans that came to Central America, but I didn't know about the Chinese. But no offense to the Chinese, but I think there's Chinese people in every country of the world.
Probably.
That's great.
So let's talk about food.
Let's talk about food. Yes, the favorite. Yeah. I wasn't sure when I went there I was going to like it, knowing, Mexican food, but food was actually pretty good.
Actually pretty good. Was it similar to Mexican food?
No, it was different. The favorite thing that I tried was the pupusas. Pupusas, it's like a tortilla, but a thicker crust. And then you put a layer of beans, smashed beans. Then you put cheese, melted, and then you put lettuce, and then you put some vegetables or some other sauce on top of it. And it's quite delicious. I'm actually watering my mouth right now.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
And it's lunchtime almost. So
it's almost lunchtime. So yeah, if you're watching live, you can think about find some Honduran. There are Honduran restaurants here in Columbus, and you can find some on the east side. I'm sure Gahana area. You can find something there.
We have to check that out.
Yeah. What else we have? They have the cowboy culture, which they like also horse riding, and they have the cowboy, mentality. mentality. I mean to say they like ride horses and catch cows with the horse and do different things like that. Yeah. What else? They have tortillas, beans, tamales,
Yeah.
jalapenos. Now, one thing difference between the Honduran food and the Mexican food, Honduras don't eat spicy. They eat a little bit, but they don't eat much
They
spicy.
don't?
No.
I thought they would, like jalapenos.
Well, yeah,
It's
they did.
spicy.
Well,
to me.
the spicy thing is the seed in the jalapeno. If you take that out, it's just fine, and you put it on the grill, and it has a great flavor, but it's not spicy.
Well,
It's
not
actually really
spicy
good.
for you,
No.
probably, but for me, it's gonna be spicy.
So one of my favorite dishes is staff peppers, but the Mexicans are spicy, and they have a covering of eggs, and then they're stuffed with cheese, onion, and an egg inside, and they're delicious.
It sounds good.
All right, so
We have one last thing for the culture, or what's nice to know.
Uh-huh.
The PowerPoint. It's water activities.
yes,
They have some of the best diving and snorkeling places.
right.
And I read that they have the second largest barrier reef in the world.
That's incredible.
It is.
Well, they are connected to the Caribbean Sea. Let's go back to Google Earth, and I can show you where they are. So right here we're in Google Earth, and we're looking at the Caribbean Sea. So they got all of this is it's Caribbean water, and this island right here, this Cohen, it's the island of it belongs to Honduras, and this is where all the cruise ships come. When the cruise ships announce that they're going to go through the Caribbean and they go to Honduras, they don't normally come to the mainland. They come to this island.
To this small island?
Yes, and this is the island of it's Coxon West Bay, but it's actually this island used to belong to the Queen of England, and the Queen of England finally gave the ruling over to Honduras. But when you go here, let me see if I can find some pictures here. You can actually see the influence. Look at some pictures of this island. Isn't that beautiful? That's Honduras. And you can see the building, the American, the British influence here. But the water is so clear, so beautiful. So,
a place to check out.
yeah. And not very expensive. Not very expensive. Not nearly as expensive as Cancun or other more famous places. But yeah, you can. I'm sure this is a B&B. You can find a place there, and it's safe. Look at that beautiful water. So when people think about Honduras, they normally don't think about this unless they are fans of cruise ships, and they're always on the cruise.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And good food. You can do a lot of sport water activities here. Great. So what else do we have from from this place? Well, we have Roatan. This is actually the island of Roatan. That's what I was talking about. The biggest of the Bay Islands is said to have the better beaches, some more sophisticated compared to the other two islands. Once a pirate hangout. So this was a real pirate hangout of the Bay Island. Very, very nice.
Well,
So we're looking here Roatan in Google Earth. Oh, yeah. There you go. This is Roatan. Thank you. And you see that clear water up here north. Very, very nice. Anyway.
Well, did you know that Honduras was called the Banana Republic?
I did not know that.
I
Is that
didn't-
where the line of clothes comes from? Banana Republic?
I don't know.
It might be.
I don't know, but it was due to their banana exports. Like, well, I didn't know that it was called Banana Republic.
Yeah, I think in most of the country, most people have banana trees in their backyard. They have mangoes and bananas. But yeah, very big exporter of bananas. So what else? They have the chicken bus.
It's a colorful modified bus that's used to transport goods from city to city,
Uh-huh.
and it's often used as school bus.
Wow,
So, yeah.
great.
Well,
Awesome. What else do we have in? Oh, cool. Let's look at our PowerPoint and see some of the pictures. We already look at the capital, Tegucigalpa. This is Museo de la Identidad Nacional. Very beautiful. Cristo del Picacho. You know how Brazil has the Cristo Rey, and now Honduras has Cristo del Picacho. Which I must say, Honduras is a very religious nation.
mhm.
I would say everyone in Honduras has a religion, believes in something. The number of atheists is almost non-existent.
Really?
So most people believe in something there. Here is Basilica of the Virgin of Suyapa. Actually, a friend from Honduras, her name is Suyapa.
Yeah.
There's a picture of San Pedro Sula. So San Pedro Sula is almost 1 million people population. It's not very big, but that has a lot of people in there. Those are definitely 3 cities that you want to see: San Pedro Sula, Tegucigalpa, and Angeli Gardens, the Gardens of the Angels. Created in 1970, a very small nursery, has restaurants, event centers, located at the foothills of the Merendon mountain range. Great. And you can do zip lining here too, right?
That's nice.
What is that?
It's Museum of Anthropology
Uh-huh.
and the history of San Pedro Sula.
Nice.
So, if you're interested in the history, you have to go there.
Yes. Mercadito. Mercadito, which means little market, right?
Yeah,
Guamilito. Cool. That's pretty cool. That's from a coconut.
that's pretty.
That's creative, huh?
Yes.
Awesome. I love that. Great. Bay Island. That's what we looked at.
Yes, and here are
And
more
there's
pictures.
Roatan. Roatan is beautiful. Oh, yes. Iguanas. They are everywhere. Now, you
Really?
don't have to be afraid of these guys. They don't do anything to you.
Are
They
you
just
sure?
look scary. You can actually pet them, some of them.
No, thank
And
you.
people eat their eggs. You can boil their eggs and eat them. They're about
Really?
tiny little thing. Yeah. So, and they're easy to catch too. Well, they can be fast,
Mhm.
but people put traps on them and catch them well, and they sell a lot. They have a lot of those there in Guatemala. Utila, the island of Utila, another great destination. What else do we have there? Oh,
Whale sharks.
Whale Sharks Oceanic Center. Yes. What do we know about that?
There's like the center studies whale sharks and monitors them at the coral reef they have.
Wow.
Yes. So if you want to see whale sharks, go to Honduras.
That's pretty cool, huh?
It is.
I think there's a place where you can swim with these puppies in the water.
Yes, and it's like they offer snorkeling trips.
Oh, amazing. Would you do it? Would you swim with a shark if you could?
No.
Oh, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't. I'm way too scared.
I would do it. I have swum with manta rays, dolphins.
Mhm.
I'm yet to do sharks. I would do it. If I know other people have, I can do it too.
That's true, but
I think it's like animals don't attack unless you attack them. That's what I think.
but they look so monstrous.
Yeah, they
and
do. They do.
Dangerous.
The adrenaline will be amazing. I will just do it just for the adrenaline. It's good to have adrenaline rush once in a while. Right. Wanaja, that's where the lizards are.
And 90% of this island is national forest.
National forest. 90%. That's amazing.
National Forest Reserve and Marine Park.
Mhm.
Like, that's nice.
Fantastic.
You can probably go hiking.
Yes, that's a nice place to go hike. Nice place to forget about everything.
Yes,
Awesome. Is that it?
I think so.
All right. Well, I hope you have enjoyed a little. This is. I know I'm not making justice to Honduras. This is just a little peek to entice the flavor for people to travel and to visit this beautiful country of Honduras. The people are friendly, people are nice, and the food is incredible. So get your passport ready, get your things together, pack your backpack, because away we go. Honduras edition. Lena, anything else you would like to say?
No, see you next week, I guess.
See you next week. Yes, as we take another adventure to another nation around the world. See you later. Thanks for watching.